Hello and welcome back to Reclaim Your Life, the channel where we explore various aspects of our lives through a spiritual lens. Today, we'll be discussing the Book of Esther and the valuable lessons we can learn from it. The Book of Esther is a fascinating tale of a Jewish woman who becomes Queen of Persia and ultimately saves her people from destruction. It is a story of faith, courage, and divine providence. Let's dive into the scriptural references from the Book of Esther and the lessons we can learn from it. Lesson 1. God is always at work behind the scenes. The Book of Esther does not mention God by name, but his fingerprints are all over the story. Who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Esther chapter 4 verse 14. In other words, God had a purpose for Esther's position as queen, and he was using her to save his people. This reminds us that even when we can't see God at work, he is always present and working behind the scenes. We may not always understand why things happen the way they do, but we can trust that God is in control. Lesson 2. Faith requires action. Esther's faith in God was demonstrated through her willingness to take action. Go. Gather all the Jews to be found in Susa, and hold a fast on my behalf, and do not eat or drink for 3 days, night or day. I and my young women will also fast as you do. Then I will go to the king, though it is against the law, and if I perish, I perish. Esther chapter 4 verse 16. Esther risked her life by approaching the king without being summoned, but she knew that it was the right thing to do. Her faith was not just a matter of words, but of action. Lesson 3. Pride comes before a fall. The character of Haman in the Book of Esther is a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride. Haman was second in command to the king and expected everyone to bow down to him. When Mordecai refused to bow, Haman became enraged and plotted to have all the Jews in the kingdom killed. Haman boasts to his friends about his wealth and power, saying, "Yet all this is worth nothing to me, so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate." Esther chapter 5 verse 13. Haman's pride blinded him to the evil he was perpetrating and ultimately led to his downfall. Lesson 4. We are called to stand up for what is right. Esther's story is a powerful example of standing up for what is right, even when it's difficult. For if you keep silent at this time, relief and deliverance will rise for the Jews from another place, but you and your father's house will perish. Who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Esther chapter 4 verse 14. Esther could have remained silent and saved herself, but she chose to speak up and save her people. We too are called to stand up for what is right, even when it's not popular or easy. The Book of Esther is a rich source of wisdom and inspiration. We can learn valuable lessons about faith, courage, divine providence, pride, and standing up for what is right. May we all be inspired by Esther's example to trust in God, take action, and make a difference in the world around us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Reclaim Your Life.